It was late in the evening when the last bus arrived at the stop. The street was quiet. The lights were soft and yellow. The air felt heavy after a long day. Daniel stood alone with his hands in his pockets. His shoulders were tired. His mind was tired too. Work had been long, and the day had given him no reason to smile. He checked the time on his phone. The bus was late. It was always late. He sighed and looked down the empty road. When the bus finally came, it stopped with a slow sound. The doors opened. Warm air came out. Daniel stepped inside and paid without looking at the driver. The bus was almost empty. Only a few people sat quietly, each lost in their own thoughts. Daniel chose a seat near the window. He rested his head back and closed his eyes for a moment. The bus moved forward. Streetlights passed by like slow stars. Daniel watched his reflection in the glass. He looked older than he felt. Or maybe he felt older than he was. At the next stop, someone else got on. A woman. She was around his age, maybe a little older. She wore a simple coat and held a small bag close to her chest. She looked around, then sat 2 seats away from Daniel. At first, they did not look at each other. The bus continued its quiet journey. After a few minutes, the bus hit a small bump. The woman's bag slipped from her hands. A book fell to the floor. Daniel leaned forward and picked it up. He handed it to her gently. "Here you go," he said. She smiled. "Thank you," she replied. Her voice was soft, but warm. Daniel nodded and sat back. He thought that would be the end of it. But a few moments later, she spoke again. "That book," she said, "it always falls. I think it likes attention." Daniel smiled without thinking. "That sounds like my life," he said quietly. She laughed. It was a small laugh, but real. They looked at each other now, not deeply, just enough. "Aunt Emma," she said. "Daniel," he replied. The bus moved through the city as they talked. Simple words, simple stories. She told him she worked at a small library. She liked quiet places. She liked watching people without being noticed. Daniel told her about his office job, the long hours, the feeling that every day looked the same. "It gets lonely," he said, surprised by his own honesty. Emma nodded slowly. "Yes," she said. "It does." There was no need to explain more. The silence between them felt easy, not heavy. At one stop, an old man got off. At another, a young couple laughed as they left the bus. Soon it was only Daniel and Emma left inside. The bus felt like its own small world now. Moving, quiet, safe. Emma looked out the window. "I take this bus every night," she said. "Sometimes I wonder who else is riding it, what they are thinking." Daniel followed her gaze. "I never think about that," he said, "but maybe I should." She smiled again. As the bus slowed near Daniel's stop, he felt something strange. A small fear. He didn't want the ride to end. The bus stopped. The doors opened. Daniel stood up, then paused. He looked at Emma. "This is me," he said. "It was nice talking to you." "It was," she replied. "Very nice." He stepped off the bus. The doors closed. The bus moved away. Daniel stood there, watching the red lights disappear. The street felt colder now. As he walked home, he kept thinking about her smile, her voice, the way the bus felt less lonely with her there. That night, he slept better than usual. The next evening, Daniel found himself walking faster to the bus stop. He didn't know why, he just did. The bus arrived. He got on. He looked around. She wasn't there. Daniel sat by the window again. He felt foolish for feeling disappointed. After all, it was just a conversation, just one night. But the bus felt empty in a different way now. At the third stop, the doors opened. Someone stepped inside. Emma. She saw him and paused. Then she smiled. "I was hoping I'd see you," she said as she sat down beside him. Daniel felt his chest grow warm. "I'm glad you did," he said. They talked again, more this time. About childhood memories, about favorite books, about quiet dreams they had never said out loud. The bus kept moving, but neither of them noticed the time. When Daniel's stop came again, he didn't stand up right away. "I get off here," he said softly. "But maybe tomorrow we could get coffee?" Emma looked at him for a second. Then she nodded. "I'd like that," she said. Daniel stepped off the bus with a smile he couldn't hide. The city felt different now, lighter. The bus moved on, carrying Emma into the night. Daniel walked home slowly. He felt tired, but in a good way. Sometimes, he thought, life changes not with big moments, but with small ones. A late bus, a fallen book, a stranger who makes the night feel less lonely. And every evening after that, the last bus home was no longer just a ride. It was a place where something new had begun.